everybody, it's Kelly and I am back with another video today. Today's video is a cheeky studio process. So I'm going to start out with this piece of vellum from Maggie Holmes, and that vellum I believe is from the Flourish collection, but don't quote me on that. I'm going to use these three photos and I'm going to do some sort of collage with them. I'm just kind of playing with that right now to figure out what that is. I love how those photos are so dark. They really stand out against the busyness of that gold vellum. And there's a butterfly on each of those photos. They're a little hard to see. I think it's harder to see when you're even kind of looking at it in real life. So it's a little hard, I think, on the screen here. Anyway, so that's what's going on. And I was at a garden with my two grandsons last summer, and they, one of them really wanted me to take a photo. I've been taking photos of them all day. One of them really wanted me to take photos of the butterfly, so I did, just to please him. So I've just added that cut apart there. It says beauty blooms in the garden as well as the heart, and that's a cut apart from the Maggie Holmes Flourish Provence paper. It's the back side of the paper, and I just liked how, since this was garden related, that it worked really well. So here is where some of the cheeky studio is going to come in. I have that ephemera pack of the pink and cream bouquets ephemera, and I want to cover up that pink flower on that. I like the flower, but it's a little bright and bold for, I thought, the softness of the vellum and the gold. So I decided to grab that first one because it fits pretty well there. It covers things up, you know, everything very well, but then also kind of works with the spacing as well on this particular layout. All right, so now I'm thinking that maybe what I want to do is highlight one of the photos with this green paper. And that green paper is from Maggie Holmes Flourish as well. It's the perennial paper, and at the back of it's gorgeous. I don't know if you'll see it, but it's like the old floral prints from the botanical floral botanical prints. They're just beautiful. So I take that photo up in the left corner because I think it's going to balance the border on the card, cut apart card in the right hand side. That's another reason I picked that green. I also wanted it to kind of blend into the background of the photos themselves too, so that it didn't call too much attention. So now I'm kind of playing with my arrangement of the photos and deciding like which one I think should be a more prominent photo. I'm thinking about using that one to the right. That was to the right, that's now to the left. And this is just taking me a minute. And I decide that I really still like the original one that I was going to do this with. So there we go. And I like this, but it's bothering me a little bit. I just can't get the arrangement of the collage in a way that I like it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and I'm going to grab more of that green paper, and I'm going to cut another piece there so that I can put that photo on it, and then I will get another piece so that I can do the other photo. So then all three photos will be backed on the green paper, and now none of them stands out, but they also sit up off the background, which I think helped. I don't know, there needed to be like another layer with the photo somewhere, and I didn't want to do one large block of paper because I wanted you to see as much of that background as you could. Okay, so I'm going back and I'm just trimming that other photo up just a little bit there. And now I'm going to come back to my collage. And of course, you know, you take something off and then you can never get it back the way it once was. Now if I'd been smart, I could, well, I can't take a picture with my phone because I'm recording with the phone, but that is one way to do it. Or I could have glued from the top down, which I did not. Oh well. That happens. All right, so I'm thinking I really like the way, there's, you could see a little bit of that botanical paper from behind when I turned it over to glue. I'm liking the way this arrangement works now. Just kind of trying to decide. There's kind of there's grasses in the back of that photo on the bottom left, and they're kind of plain compared to the busyness of the leaves in the other two photos, so I wanted that to be overlapped a little bit more. And now I'm trying to decide the right amount of overlap to do with the card there. I didn't want the bottom of the die cut sitting even with the bottom of any of the lines in the bottom photo. So either the line of the photo or the line of the mat itself, either. So a little more glue here. And a quick drink for me. I've been talking a lot today. All right, so now I want to use some more of the Bouquet Ephemera. I was thinking about using that wreath there. Thinking I want another like little something. I did put one of the ephemera die cuts at the top left, and now I have one at the top right. And I like the way those two look. One of the things I love about this this particular ephemera is that it's very soft. So it adds something to this layout, but because of the busyness of the paper and everything, I think it still lends a quietness, that it's not so in your face. So I'm still playing around a little bit here, trying to decide what kind of a floral piece maybe, or something else to put behind. And that one is okay, but I don't love it. So I decide, you know I want to put these, at least one of the Flair badges on here. So I only had two left. I had already put a bunch of the other ones on another layout. So I grabbed the one that is really the same photo as is on the die cut right there. And I like how that adds a little bit of weight to that bottom cluster now. Otherwise it was weighted really about the same as the other two. So now I go back and I'm thinking I really like that wreath, but I'm not sure. I'm going to play around a little bit and look at like maybe doing some feathers. They're dark and they echo the feather in that die cut itself. But I go back to the wreath again because I want this to kind of blend to the background. Now, a little secret here in the still shots, look at the top left, because when I was cleaning up, I found another floral wreath and decided to add it into the top left. And then when I did that, I decided to add a title as well. So the Flair badges are the Pink and Cream Bouquet Flair, and then so is the extra wreath on top. And then the title stickers will be from the Maggie Holmes Willow Lane stickers, which was included in one of our kits a few months ago. So don't forget to look at that. Sometimes that happens when you shut your camera off. So guys, here is a still shot and a couple of detail shots. Hope you're all well, and I will be back with another layout again soon. Bye! Hey everybody, it's Kelly, just popping back in here really quickly. Just realized that I forgot to tell you something important. Don't forget to use the code Kelly10 when you place an order at Cheeky Studio, because you'll get 10% off anything except for the kits. Bye!